the first time you go to an esports event is, I think, this the most special one.
It's like, you're so right, because the first thing you realize is that all these esports pros are real people just like us. Like, you immediately connect with any of them that you talk to. It's very seldom that you meet anybody in esports that's not friendly and cool and nice. And then you meet Yawn.
Oh, it is not that bad.
No, we love Todd. He's one of our dear friends and one of our favorite people in the industry. And I always look forward to watching him cast, because it's inevitable that he makes fun of one of us.
Yeah. Incredible miracles. Nestea is our red Zerg spawning on the right bottom side of the map. He is perhaps one match and one best of 3 away from making it to the round of 16, and he would be the second incredible miracle player to do so. Of course, Bjo already qualified a couple of days ago. He took a very quick and convincing 1-0 lead over Complexity's TheStC, a man who perhaps even had more success in StarCraft 2 outside of Korea than Nestea had.
Yeah, that's a really reasonable statement. And once again, we see CC first.
This time on the high ground.
Yep.
A little safer.
Not taking any chances. He watched Muslim play yesterday. He's like, oof, don't want that to happen to me.
See Nestea dropping the 15 pool after the 16 gas, so everything is very standard over here for Nestea, which allows us to talk a little bit about Toronto more, because we can't talk often enough about how excited we are to go to Toronto and how amazing we thought it was, and how amazing it was last year. Because Ben, I remember one particular incident which made you very happy when we were doing autographs, and it was
oh, the only true Mr. Bitter fan in the world.
And these signing sessions are always a ton of fun. Ooh, and my PC just shuts down.
That's okay. You're going to drop, but we can hop over to my screen immediately, where we see Rotterdam.
That's bad news.
Has crashed. Apologies for that, guys. As soon as he's out of the game, we'll just take my my video.
I'm a little bit worried now, man.
Well,
it's fine. All right.
So
I guess I'm just going to have to wait until I drop out of the
Sometimes
game.
bad things happen to good people, Kev.
Maybe, yes, like in that particular moment where I started with my story. Yeah. So the signing sessions on events are always super cool. The fans love it, and we as personalities love it as well. There's nothing better for us than to meet the guys that make it all possible what we do. So we're sitting on a row, and everyone comes in and gives something, and then you slide it over, and there were like 3-4 people signing stuff. And one guy walks out, and he like unwraps his brand new mousepad, and he hands it to Bitter. And Ben is like, cool, and he ships to me. And I look at him, I was like, oh, you only want Bitter. And he looks at me, he's like, yeah. And I was like, huh? And Ben looks at me. I was like, I'm not sure if he was serious. So I was like handing him back, and he just like takes the mousepad out of my hand, gets his marker as well, and he looks at me. He's like, I just really like Bitter. And then he walked off.
And that was
Ben just kept laughing for an hour straight. It made his life.
I don't feel bad for you, and here's why.
You want to update the scoreboard, by the way, Ben, because we're on your screen now.
No, that's not right. There we go. Fixed it. Nailed it. I don't feel bad for you, Kevin, and here's why. I went and worked a DreamHack one time, and I was casting with Day 9, and the DreamHack people are like, "Hey guys, I want to get you to sign some autographs," and it comes on over the loudspeaker. Mr. Bitter and Day 9 are signing autographs, and Section B of the DreamHack Stadium. And so I go and I sit down, and there's 2 lines. One is for Day 9, and there's about 2,000 people in the line. The other one is for me, and the only person standing there is the security guy. So I sat there for like 45 minutes, only signing things that people who got Day 9's autograph passed to me after they felt bad for my line being so short. So we've all been there, Kev. Hashtag first world caster problems.
Well, but that guy was a dedicated Bitter fan, though.
Yeah,
I can appreciate a dedicated Bitter
If
fan.
he had been in Sweden, he would have been in my line.
And then I would have been, can I sign? And he would have said, no.
Sorry,
I really love this. All right, taking a look at the game right now. It's going to be a little odd for me, guys, as I'm actually currently not hearing game sounds. I hope you do hear game sounds, man. Is that all sorted out?
I hope so. I don't know, though, because
Okay.
I have nothing coming through my piece either. So hopefully you guys are hearing game sounds. Apologies, we had one of our caster PCs crash, so it's just rotting me Sharing. Sharing is caring.
The SSC is not afraid after what happened to him on Eklund Ways. As you can see, the third command center going down on the high ground as well. Nestea playing pretty economic on his own. As you can see, he's already up to 36 drones against the 28 SCVs of the SSC. But of course, SSC is going to have a very good economy. He didn't scout once more, correct? Or did he the SCV scout this time?
I think there was an SCV scout.
Okay,
yeah, there
this
was.
time.
Did a little loop through the middle of the map.
That is different to what he normally does. Bailing Nest going down for Nestea as well. That's pretty early, and I doubt that he's afraid of an SCV pool, man.
37 drones, Zerglings being built. There's no Roach Horn, so this is just Zergling Baneling only. And you know what, Kev? There's nothing being built by the STC that is good against what's coming.
Hey, he's making Hellions. Hellions are pretty good against what's coming.
I don't really agree. Certainly they can be. These Widow Mines are what I think are going to be critical. Their positioning and what they detonate on.
The mines are going to be extremely useful in this defense, of course, but above all, he needs to keep these Hellions alive because he needs some consistent fire on all these
Look at
lings.
this huge wave of lings that the STC
if those Hellions get surrounded, I think the STC is in a world of trouble. It's all going to come down to when does he see. It seems like he's expecting something, though. He's a little bit worried. He has to stay on top of these Hellions. These Hellions can really not get surrounded.
What did he see? He must have dropped a scan. He must have dropped a scan.
Okay, this is massive. I don't think this is going to work right now for Nestea. This is still a crazy amount of units, of course. He has 39 Zerglings right now, but there is a bunker there. Widow Mine's going down. More bunkers on the way. More Widow Mines on the way as well.
Night. That is 17 Banelings. The STC is going to come forward, and he's going to see it, and... This is so important. Nestea's going to try to surround. One Hellion's going to die. A second Hellion is also going to fall. There's still not that much, Kev. It's only 2 Widow Mines.
I really don't like that he lost 2 Hellions there.
The production tab shows us Marauders on the way, and that's really all. So it's all about the detonations. What is it going to be? Wow. Phenomenal detonation. So that's exactly what
he needs to try to rebuild his wall ASAP because that would force out a lot of additional Banelings. Right now there are only 2 Banelings, and Nestea is actually going to go back to droning, so the STC will hold.
Yeah, so...
how many kills do you have on the Widow Mine?
Let's find out. It was basically all the Banelings. 12. Hey, not bad.
Taking a look at the worker count right now, 42 SCVs against 45, but of course there's the third orbital command already on the high ground as well for the STC. Upgrades going very well for him. I don't think Nestea even has an evolution chamber going down, correct?
I haven't seen one yet. There's certainly no upgrades on the production tab.
So STC putting himself in a really good position.
Best case possible for the STC. Don't forget this third command center, guys, has been producing SCVs the whole time.
Look at that one SCV taking a break. He's like, I'm trapped in the corner, I can't work.
No, he's like, I'm on vacation. Smoke break.
SCVs do smoke a lot. Or it doesn't.
Well, actually, they don't have the uniform, so we can't see. But yes, they are chain smokers.
Not as much as Edison, though.
Not as much as Edison.
Edison is, of course, a very friendly manager from Team Invictus Gaming. But God, he takes chain smoking to the next level.
He has these just... we have to be frank here. He has these horrid Chinese cigarettes that just smell awful. And he smokes like 3 packs a day. Which means he had to buy like 30 packs of these cigarettes before he came to America.
And he ran out on the Friday morning. Nestea actually did a really good job, man, in recovering in work account at least. He squeezed out a crazy amount of drones, and STC was still a little bit worried, but right now he does have his third command center down, still relatively quick. Of course, army supply is in a pretty good position right now, as Nestea has been investing in his own economy. Spire going down. 1-1 upgrades on the way for Nestea as well. But yeah, you know, this is actually kind of funny though, because what Artosis told me once, and I don't think that's bad to share, is that Artosis said like, he's like, I love Nestea, and we're like, yeah, we know it then. He's like, no, I really love Nestea. He's like, you have no idea how cool Nestea is. Nestea goes to an internet cafe, you know, one of those PC banks in Seoul, and he sits down and he smokes 48 cigarettes a day, and he just plays crazy amount of ladder games. And then on a certain point he decides to go home. He's like, that's Nestea. You know, I can see Nestea sitting there. So Nestea and Edison, that would be a deadly combination.
Nestea going to catch a couple of these units out in the open, and actually, there's a few of them. That's a great hot pickup there by the STC, who's going to head over to the main base.
The upgrade advantage is pretty big for the STC. By the time the 2-2 is going to kick in, 1-1 barely finished up for Nestea. That's definitely something that he should be able to...
yeah, Bailing speed not being complete is also a bit of a hassle for Nestea. It'll be done soon.
That's such a nice army advantage for the STC.
but only barely in time for this next push. I don't think the STC realizes that there's a 4th expansion yet.
Your forces
But
are under
I'm sure he'll be
attack.
checking it very soon.
He has good mobility with all of these medevacts on the right side of the map, while meanwhile pushing out with a few units in the center of the map. So taking control of this L9 watchtower. Lots of banelings morphing right now for Nestea. Nestea realizes he's going to need something to deal with all those marines. I think the SC is going to back off for now. He did find that 4th hatchery. Even puts down a couple of Widow Mines, so he's going to be able to take out this hatch as well.
Nestea's just going to sack it, not even going to make an effort to defend. Instead, he's going to try and catch these units out in the open, and he does pick off a few of them. If he continues to push, he's going to have to watch out for a couple of Widow Mines, but I think this is a pretty scary counterattack.
Oh, that one mine though!
Much less scary now. The Widow Mine does get picked off, but
I don't think this is a lot for Nestea to get very aggressive. He's losing a lot of banelings. He lost his fort base. He might be able to pick off quite a few SCVs over here, but there's wow, actually that's beautiful sort of splitting by the SC, or at least movement it was. Man, Nestea lost so many banelings there. Take a look at the units lost resource tab. We can see Nestea has lost almost 6,000 resources throughout the entire game, and the STC just 2,205. 2,250. I'd say 2,205. No. That does not make any sense.
The STC on the move once more. He's at 170 supply, massive army lead. He's getting the alligator upgrade.
2-2 is down for him as well. Immediately starting 3-3 for his Y units. Nestea just now firing up 2-2. Nestea is in a world of trouble.
Luckily, nothing to worry about there. So the STC on the prowl right now. Nestea with pure Mutiling Bane. He's working on 2-2, but as you pointed out, Kevin, the upgrade advantage heavily in favor of the STC.
Yes, he's trying to squeeze out as many banelings as he possibly can. As he, you know, I think that the STC can definitely push his luck a little harder here. More Rexes going down. I don't think he has a 4th command center yet, right? SC really likes to delay that for a very long time. But that of course allows him to pump out as many units as he actually does.
Marine's going to run forward and try to pick a fight. There are a couple of Widow Mines in good positions, and that was another good Widow Mine connection, picking up 10 more kills, Zerglings and Banelings alike.
More and more Rexes going down. I don't think the SC realizes how far ahead he is. I definitely think he can do a little more than what he's doing right now. Those 2 mines might get massive connections. It was a beautiful shot on the first one. The second one as well. Nestea losing a crazy amount of links.
The STC getting some incredible exchanges for these Widow Mines, and Nestea finds himself on the defensive. He's still sitting around 170 supply, but look at resources lost. More than double the efficiency for the STC, who will once again pick off this building 4th expansion. Nestea cannot get a 4th to save his life. Meanwhile, 4th command center going up for the STC right on time.
The STC looking absolutely fantastic. Perhaps just waiting for 3-3.
Opportunity. Nope. The STC. Great scans.
It would be quite annoying, taking away those 4th commanders. He has quite a few middle mines to back himself up. Nestea knows about it.
This Marauders are so great. Just like, if you look away from your Banelings for a second, you lose half of them on a single Marauder. It's so hard to deal with, and the STC really doing a great job controlling his bio. A couple of Baneling connections, but really barely denting the large
the best moment
STC.
ever for Nestea would be like to fight pretty much right now when 2-2 finishes up and 3-3 is not ready yet for the STC. Then he's somehow going to be able to get a fight with even upgrades, which should have never ever happened. But that's an impossible window for him to be aware of.
Looks like Nestea's just going to counterattack. I think he's given up on trying to deal with his army, and he's going to see if he can create some kind of a...
It's not the worst idea. It's going to be hard to make anything work. I do kind of like what he's going with it.
Cool use of Overlord's speed, sending Overlords in front to absorb Widow Mine shots. That's a very smart play out of Nestea. Still, Widow Mines all over the place, getting good connections with the army of Nestea. Supply-wise, the STC's maxed out. Can't build reinforcements because his whole army is in the natural of Nestea, so the base race has commenced. The age-old adage goes, you never base race a Terran, Kev. We'll see if that proves true here.
Nestea has a lot of money left, so eventually he put more Zerglings into Banelings. He just pretty much used up all of his Banelings. He only has 3 of them remaining, and if he eventually wants to take out his army, he's definitely going to need some Banelings as well. At least I can only imagine. I mean, I don't think this base race was a horrible idea.
Well, he's taking out all the production of the STC, and that's actually a big play. If he can start...
Maybe he can take out all the buildings.
If he can start tearing up these armies...
No, Banelings connecting with a couple of Widow Mines, but he's not able to pick them off. Maybe these Mulists might be able to pick off a couple of Medevacs or Widow Mines before the bio units are here.
Could kill 4 Widow Mines in
20
theory.
Banelings morphing, by the way, in the main base, probably. So Nestea gearing up for the one fight which he really has to win. This is a very winnable fight. He's going to get 20 banelings against 30 Marines. It's all going to come down to these Widowmine explosions.
Yeah, coming down this ramp is going to be hard for Nestea.
Wow, if Nestea is able to pull this game away, that would be nice.
Oh, a couple of Lings out in front. Here we go. The engagement to decide it all. Good job so far from Nestea. There's only a single Widowmine.
No, there are two, I think.
A single hero Widowmine just dies, actually. And Nestea
setting up the flank as well with the Zerglings.
Oh my god, he kills everything. And the STC falls to 60 supply, a single mining base, and only 31 SCVs. It's 20.
Yeah, but how many Marines does he have left? He has 8 Marines on the map right now. Nestea doesn't really have a lot. He's getting a few more banelings, so he wants to blow up this bunker. I think Nestea can win this game right here.
I think Nestea has won this game. The STC can't produce units. His economy is going to get crushed.
Oh my god.
And you're supposed to never base race a Terran. Nestea doesn't believe, and instead he is going to win. I still end that with a question mark because I'm not convinced that it was possible, but he has done it.
There's one Marine on the map right now for the STC. There's no way he's ever going to be able to squeeze out a reasonable army. Every Marine that spawns is going to die immediately. More banelings wiggling in, a few SUVs remaining. And Nestea came back from a position that looked so rough.
I can't make sense of it. The perfect decision and a perfect engagement. Good game gets called. Incredible miracle Nestea does just